I know you didn't ask this, but I'm gonna tell you something, okay? Now, I have my oldest son. Um, well, he's 42 now, and when he was 16, he said, well, he was 15 at the time, and he said, Dad, he said, if the world had more fathers like you, the world wouldn't have half the problems that it have in it.
Wow.
Yeah, and what he used to do was go to school and give the advice to his friends that I gave to him, and then he come home and say, Dad, my friend, he don't have no father side help me. He just want to know, like, can he talk to you? Will you talk to him? I told him about you, and he say, man, your dad sound great. And so we just invite the friends over, maybe
Right.
have them over for dinner as long as it's okay with them all.
Right.
And we go for my son and I. We used to always do these things called walk and talks. And take a basketball with us sometime. We just
Right.
shoot some hoop, whatever, and he just vent, tell me whatever's on his mind. Or if I was writing, because I do a lot of writing, and he said, Dad, can I talk to you? You got a minute? Whew, man, it's like, okay, let me finish the one thought, make a note about what I was going to go to, shut that thing down, okay, and we talk.
Right.
I listened to them. When I was coming up, my parents sit down, shut up, read a book, do something, and it hurt me because I had some things to say that I wanted them to know that I was going through or whatever, and they weren't there like that. And I told myself, if I ever became a father, I was going to listen to everything my child had to say, and I meant that, and I've been living up to that.
That's awesome.
And now to give a second part to that, now my youngest son is 17. He never met his 42-year-old brother. He knows about him, but he never met him. But when he was 15, he told me the same thing. He said, Dad, if there were more fathers like you in the world wouldn't have any more problems like that, Like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like, whoa. And then, to say, I want to raise my kids the way you raised me, made me feel like I was doing something right. I had to, like, go in there and get an onion real quick, man. Yeah, the onions, man. Yeah. It made me feel like I was doing something right, And it's not like I planned on, okay, I'm gonna go out and be the best dad ever. Whatever. I just do, I just reaction, like, hey, he needs help, I help him. He's hungry, I cook for him.
Exactly.
But then too is anticipating those things
Right,
sometimes
right.
too, and so you can only be a father if you're there, this in and out kind of thing, I know, hey, mother and fathers don't get along, divorce happened. My parents were divorced. And I can say this, my father taught me a lot how not to be, to tell you the truth. I did not want to be like him. He disrespected my mother in ways that's like, I don't know, I don't want to share with the public,
Right,
like say,
that's
hey,
okay.
but I'm telling you, man, you know what? They should know this, but I'm telling you, man, Dad ain't gonna throw you under. But I'm gonna tell you, you taught me how not to be,
Right.
because I told myself I was always going to respect my wife,
Right.
be faithful to my wife,
Yeah.
love my wife with everything I am, and the same thing for my children.
Right.
Respect them, love them, don't disrespect them, listen to them, provide for them, anticipate their needs, try to build them up so they can be self-sufficient, well-rounded, well-adjusted adults, out in the world, somebody that can contribute. And not only this, but I gave the same kind of effort or energies into my nieces as well, because my sister, like I say, divorced from my husband, and they were girls. And man, they're cute things, man. Guys want to,
Right.
and they're like,
Yep.
oh,
I know how to
nah.
go.
So even like, I was younger, studied martial arts, and when my sister was dating, guys think they want to get that. I used to go inside the room, like they down in the basement. I go right over there where the doors open and they can see, and I would like say, break a couple of bricks with my hand, right? Then my sister would probably go
Right.
upstairs and get them something to drink or eat or something
Right.
like that. And I tell the guy, look, man, see what I did with that brick? I said, you touch my sister, that's your face,
Yeah.
So I did the same thing with my nieces too.
Overprotect. Yeah.
But see, I'm saying, now, for instance, say if I wasn't there
Right.
to keep those guys at bay or something like that, what would happen to those girls?
Yeah, you never know.
And the thing is that both of those two nieces, no unwanted pregnancies, no abortions, none of that stuff. My niece bought her own home,
Oh wow.
by herself without a man, and mother niece, same thing. One went from, because I helped her with her schoolwork, she went from being, maybe a D student. Let's say by the time she graduated high school, she was on the National Honor Society.
Oh, wow.
Got a scholarship to Illinois State, and she got her MBA.
Wow.
The other one, she followed my mother's thing and went into nursing, and then too, man, she became, like say, head nurse at the in the emergency room.
Really?
Wow. And so it's like, again, if a man's not there to guide, lead, direct, I think I don't know, man. It's like it's a hurtful thing to think about it. I know I wanted my father around more than he was. And I know it hurt me when he wasn't. And when he was around, he wasn't the best. But it's like, man, I just told myself I was going to do it better when I got to be an adult.
Yeah,
and so
sense.
I just worked my butt off to do it.
Wow, that makes sense. So what advice would you give to a struggling parent out there that has some kids and to make a better life for them?
Well, I'll tell you one thing. If they need help, ask for it. Too many people are ashamed to ask for help. And sometimes with men especially, and I tell the guys, something else I do in week 1. I keep going back to that.
That's okay. No,
But
fine.
it's like I have the guys cross their arm like this, get comfortable and stuff. And then I ask them, okay, see which hand's at the top, which one's at the bottom. Then I ask them to, like, say, reverse it and like that, And some guys can't do it and it's uncomfortable, whatever. So I say, now, how does that feel? I don't feel right. It's different. I say, that's the thing with change. Change is sometimes difficult. It feels odd. You're not used to that. And some guys, I have to even help them do it. And I say, see, and sometimes when you want to make a change in your life, you sometimes need help. And the thing is that men find it very difficult because I'm a man, I'm supposed to be self-sufficient or whatever. Everybody needs help every now and then, man.
That is true.
Everybody does. And one of the best advice I can do is say, hey, swallow your pride, drop the ego, and ask for the help that you need. Because help is available. And the more we do this, the more we're finding out there are more and more resources made available to people, for housing, for even free legal advice, clothing, food, utility bill assistance. There are programs out there for people who are struggling, for parents, mothers, single mothers, guys just getting out, whatever. There are resources available, and if you don't know, ask somebody, and I'm saying just, hey, drop the ego, man.
Yeah.
I always say the word that me is an acronym for my ego. Drop that,
Wow. That is true.
drop it, ask for the help, get the help you need, and move on, man.
Yeah. So I got a couple more questions here, wrap things up. So tell me, how do people get involved with your organization?
Well, they can get involved by going on our website. It's Building Families Together. If you look it up on the website, it's buildingfamiliestogether.org. Okay. Our telephone number is area code 630. The phone number is 465-4268. 630-465-4268. There is if you scroll through the website, you will see that there is a how to volunteer or how to give back type of thing. One of those icons on there. You can click on there and say what you'd like to do. We've got some great volunteers. As a matter of fact, somebody who is doing some grant writing for us now because they wanted to get involved and they saw that we were self-funded, and so they're like, okay, you guys can do more if you had more. Let me write some grants for you.
Right.
And so it's great to have people believe in you, and we've had some great volunteers, man.
That's awesome. And
Yeah.
I saw on your site, because I was on your site a couple of days ago, and I was talking to your wife also. You guys offer classes and certificates for
Yes.
people out there. So what's some of those classes you guys offer?
Yeah, those are classes that we offer, for court-appointed, courses that people have to take. Say a judge might say, okay, you're mandated to take this anger management course, or couples counseling, or marriage counseling, or even GED, or any other type of. Because also, like I said, they can even get cooking certificates as well, and some type of, like say, computer training classes, because judges want to see these guys do something with their lives. So we found out whatever the judges wanted, hey, we said, okay, we're going to offer these classes to that. Again, we want these guys to hit the ground running, to have something to do, to utilize their time to the best of their, in the best interest for them and their families.
So say, for instance, that there's a struggling mom out there, and then she wants to get some, she can also
Oh yes, you
Or
can.
she
Yes,
can also
yes.
attend some of those classes too.
Yes, you can. You
And
know,
get the
and
certificate.
yes, and here's the. We also have a storage unit that we keep, and we have a lot of household items. We have because we get a lot of in-kind donations. People donate clothes, children's clothes, you know, toys, furniture. And we have clothes for both men and women. As a matter of fact, one of the guys that stayed in touch with us after he got out made sure he had 3 suits, about 6 shirts, half dozen ties and stuff like that, you know, so we can, you know, and some casual clothes as well, and overcoats, you know, so we can get out there and do some job hunting and stuff, you know. And he got a job, I think about maybe 3-4 days after he was released.
Oh, wow.
You know, he got in touch with us the same day he got out. We met him the next day, you know, because I sized him up and stuff like that. And he said, man, you're going to come through, right? Of course. You know, I'm a man of my word. If I say I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it, you know.
Right.
And so he showed him back, and man, he was, oh man. And, you know, his wife, you know, she was just so pleased and blessed and whatever. And so my wife and I became a little bit of couples counseling and stuff like that, you know, and the daughter was there and the grandbaby and stuff.
Oh,
and
that's a blessing.
yeah, and it was good to see a family loving each other,
Right.
you know, after that period of separation, you know. I'm not going to say everything was smooth and fine the whole time and stuff like that, but to see him with a sense of pride about, yeah, I can look good, you know, I can get out there and tackle this world, I can get this job. And like you said, he got that job, man.
Right.
I mean, the man was focused and determined. You know, he said he needed the help. I said, I'll give it to you, brother.
Wow.
All you got to do is call me. Call me. And I was there for him.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's great. All right, you got anything else that you want people to know about your organization, or you guys are doing? I know that I'm working on a project with you at another facility there, and I know we're trying to come across and do some great things together there.
Yeah,
with,
yeah.
With Brother Ron, but that's later. So
Yeah,
we'll get
yeah.
into all that stuff later.
Yeah, yes.
But is there anything that you want to know about your organization?
About our organization, I would say this. My wife and I, her name is Sherry Green, by the way, is one of the most loving people that you ever want to meet. And this has been a passion of hers since undergrad school. And to tell you the truth, I never thought that I was going to get in prison, to tell you the truth and stuff like that. And like she said, that's what she wanted to do. And so I said, oh, she ain't going to get me up there for nothing. I'm besides, you know, she got this master in psychology and stuff like that. She get me up in there and then she wants to tell me I'm crazy and stuff like that. And then, you know, I'm locked up in there. I'm like, no. Yeah. But it was through our conversation that made us say, okay, we got to do something about it. And it's through love that we're doing what we do. And I always tell people, it's love in action that's going to change the world. It's going to move the world. It's going to make this world a better place. And that's what building families together is all about, is giving love. Because I'm telling you, man, our cup is running over, and it's like, what am I going to do with the overflow? I got to give it away. I got to share it.
Right.
You know, that's what's in us to do. And that's what building families together is all about, is trying to rebuild this nation, trying to rebuild families, because the family structure, that's the whole hope of this country, man. Yeah. You know, a man taking care of his wife and his children, you know, providing, because a man with a job is contributing to the tax rolls, right? So a man who has children he's buying clothes, whatever. So the economy gets built up as well, because hey, there's going to be more money spent. Right. You know, you increase the gross national product, you know, gross domestic product, whatever. I mean, these are the things that, hey, I guess you could say from the grassroots and do it holistically, man. Come on, all the way. Building Families Together is one of these organizations that just wants to help this world, man. You know, and I think if you want to know anything else about us, man, just please check out our website, okay? buildingfamilietogether.org. And you know, I tell you, man, you know, I'm looking at you right now, but it's like, I hate to hear the sound of my voice. Just ask me some more questions, man. Tell me something.
No, that's good. That's good. No, I'm done asking you the question. You know, you can tell people what you want to know about your organization. That's why it's all about spreading the word and,
Yeah,
getting the word out there so people can get more involved in,
Yeah,
in your organization. That's part of our What's Up with Jim and part of our own nonprofit organization, Midwest Sports Academy, how we spread ourselves out and let people know the things that we're doing, because there's not enough. I think that a lot of people that does some small organizations, a lot of people don't know anything about them.
Yeah, true, right.
And they're very effective.
Yeah.
And people need to know about those organizations out there, and they're willing to places they can go get resources and they get help.
Yeah,
You know, and I know that what you and your wife does is an awesome thing,
Yeah.
helping people.
Yeah, thanks so
and
much.
that's one
yeah.
reason I wanted you to come on to,
Yeah.
to
Well,
the
thank you so
podcast
much,
show
yeah.
with me, so you can tell your story and your wife can also talk about your wife some, and then let people know, hey, there's chances for you out there.
Yeah, there are, man. You know, and just have some hope, man. You know, because again, there's people in this world that love you, man, whether you know it or not. They're working behind the scenes for your benefit. You know, and these are people who are going to be doing anything else with their time. But then again, they value you. They value your life. They value the lives of your family and the lives of your children. And I'm saying, man, just keep the hope, man. You know, I guess I say, see, I'm the eternal optimist, man, and I believe I can do anything. You know, my family would tell you, man, you know, hey, let's ask Uncle Andre. He could do anything. You know, it's just because, hey, I never let anybody down. You know, if I say I'm gonna do it, I do it. You know?
You know, the thing too, that what happens is to a lot of people, and it's one of those things where we always see is 90% of what you say and 10% what you do.
Yeah.
And that's a key. That is a true fact.
Yeah.
You know, because a lot of people say a lot of things they don't come through.
Right.
And a lot of people don't believe because they've been turned down so many times or been stood up so many times. So they say, what the heck, you know, he's not gonna do it. So until you follow through with it, then people start to say, nah, he's not that type of guy. You know, or that program's not that type of program.
No, it's not. No, you know, a lot of times people say, you know, well, my thing is this here. You can't make a reputation by what you say you're going to do.
Right.
It's the doing of the thing that counts.
Exactly.
You
That's
know,
so true.
And I just, hey, I'm all about the doing of it, man.
That's so true.
Yeah.
All right. So you got anything else you want to talk about?
No, I'm good. Like I say, no. Like I said, I'm tired of hearing my voice, so you got to help me out too.
Well, I appreciate you coming in, and I appreciate you coming in.
I'm happy to be here, man. Thank you so
with
much.
us and
Thanks for
being
inviting
on
me.
the podcast show, and then I'd like to come out and sometime and hang out with you when you go down there with those gentlemen and teaching them. And
yeah,
see
we love to
what
have
you're
you,
all
man.
about.
Like I said, you know,
yeah, I'd love to sit around and sit in and see what's going on there. You know,
yeah, thank you so
it'd be
much.
It'd be a great thing for me to learn from you also. So this has been What's Up with Jim, and we appreciate Brother Keith coming in and talk about his organization. We ask you continue to like our Facebook page and like our YouTube channel. Make sure you give us a bunch of likes with that going, and then we got some good things going on. Don't forget to share.
That's
and
right.
then don't forget to log in on when we send you that message about Mondays. You know, and then also send you that message about Wednesdays, going the extra mile on Wednesday. Those are huge things, and remember, the small things can help a lot of people and go a long way from